One of the awesome things that you can do with both Smartboard and with your IPEVO whiteboard magic wand is you can use that Smartboard software to not only do all sorts of things you could normally do in Smart software, but you can also use it so that students can start interacting with your lessons. So let me show you one of the easiest ways to get started with this. So you have Smart Notebook open here. If you have not signed in at least once, make sure you go up to Account and sign in. It should probably show up for you automatically the first time, but if not, Account, sign in, and just make sure you sign in with your Google account. And then what you're going to do is you're going to experiment with something called the Smart Labs, which is underneath this kind of like monster looking icon on the top. When you click on Smart Labs, it gives you all sorts of basic, kind of like little activity templates. But some of these, actually, I should say all of these allow students to interact with them with their Chromebooks, but some of them allow for sort of like live interaction. So the easiest one that I've used in a couple of classes and I've tried to help people get started with is one called Shout It Out. So if I go down to Shout It Out, it will give me some options here, and you'll see this with all the Smart Labs. So I can have it just be random, or I can have it be into categories. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to give students the ability to contribute to the board. So this might be like a brainstorm. It could be a sorting activity. Students can contribute both through text or through images. Yes, believe it or not, they can actually use their Chromebook to take images and then send those to the board. A math class last year, the students all went out in the hallway with their Chromebooks, and they were able to capture images of different kind of geometric patterns and then send those back to the Smartboard so the class could talk to them together. So let's just say for this example, I'm just going to do text only, and I don't really want categories for sorting. I'm just going to do random. And then I just hit finish. That's all it takes to set up your Smart Lab. And again, this is the most basic one to start with. So it's going to load up here. As long as you're signed in, everything's going to connect correctly. And what's going to happen here on this little gray box is it's going to give you a class ID. And that class ID is what you share with the students so that the students can then log in and they can post things to this Shout It Out board. So the kids would just go to hellosmart.com. They go to your class number. Your class number is always going to be the same, just something to be aware of when you teach separate blocks like we all do. Just be aware of that. And then the kids will type in this number 576579, and then they'll be able to contribute. So let me switch screens and I'm going to contribute a couple things real quick.